Next, comparing and ordering integers. We studied before the set of integers on the number line. The main idea of comparing and ordering integers is integers are ordered from least to greatest from left to right. This is the main idea. We will take some notes. For example, 5 is greater than negative 4. Ask yourself, 5 is positive and negative 4 is negative number. So, generally we can say that the positive integer is greater than any negative integer. Next, 0 is greater than negative 1. We can say generally that 0 is greater than any negative integer. We can say that 0 is less than 1. Generally, 0 is less than any positive integer. But if we have negative 6 is less than negative 4. Why, guys? We studied before. Because negative 6 is lying at the left of negative 4, or negative 6 is before negative 4 on the number line. So negative 6 is lying at the left of negative 4. We can say that negative 6 is less than negative 4. Next, choose the greatest integer. The first set, guys, negative 1, 0, negative 7. We studied before that 0 is greater than any negative integer. So the greatest one is 0. Next, 7, negative 13, and 0. We studied before that the positive integer is greater than 0. And the positive integer is greater than any negative integer. So the greatest one here is 7. Next, negative 50, negative 3, and negative 65. The greatest one, guys, here is negative 3. Why? Because negative 50 and negative 65 are lying at the left of negative 3 on the number line. The last set, guys, 5, negative 80, negative 75. The greatest one is 5 because we studied before that the positive integer generally is greater than the negative integers. We have negative 80 and negative 75 are what, guys? Are negative integers. We will remember some notes. The first note is 0 is greater than any negative integer and less than any positive integer. Next, the greatest negative integer is what, guys? Yes, is negative 1. And the smallest positive integer is what? Is 1. You can take an example. Compare using greater than or smaller than. The first set, guys, negative 7 and negative 3. Negative 7, guys, is what, guys? Is less than negative 3 because negative 7 at the left of negative 3 on the number line. 0 is greater than any negative integer. So 0 is greater than negative 10. Negative 1 is the greatest negative integer. So we will write greater than. So negative 1 is greater than negative 100. 5 is greater than 0 because any positive integer is greater than 0. 1 is greater than negative 12. We studied before that the any positive integer is greater than any negative integer. 65 finally is less than 85. Why, guys? Because 65 is lying at the left of 85 on the number line we studied before. Next, order from least to greatest. The first set, guys, for negative 5, negative 7, negative 10. The smallest one, guys, is negative 10. Followed by negative 7, followed by negative 5. The greatest one is the positive one, which is 4. Next, 0, negative 1, negative 4, negative 3. Which number here is the smallest? The smallest one is negative 4. Why? Because all these numbers, 0, negative 1, negative 3, are lying at the right of negative 4. So we will start with negative 4. Now, followed by negative 3. Followed by negative 1, and 0 here is the greatest one, and we studied before that 0 is greatest or is greater than any negative integer. Next, 5, negative 1, negative 5, 0. The greatest one is 5, and we have here the smallest one, guys, is negative 5, followed by negative 1, followed by 0, followed by 5 is the greatest one. Next set, guys, negative 1, negative 11, 0, negative 10. Now the smallest one is negative 11. followed by negative 10, followed by negative 1, and the greatest one is 0. Next set, negative 1, 7, negative 4, 8. The smallest one is negative 4, followed by negative 1, followed by, guys, 7. The greatest one is 8. Finally, we have negative 20, 1, negative 3, 8. The smallest one is negative 20, followed by negative 3, followed by what, guys? 1, and the greatest one is 8. Finally, we have an exercise you can try to solve by yourself.